Welcome back to Sports Fest, ladies and gentlemen. It's your host, Sabotage, and we are back with another episode of Sports First in the Morning Sports NBA edition. We are going to be looking at all around pretty much the state of the NBA. Another disappointing loss from or for the Chicago Bulls. Even though I guess the Raptors game they had the day before was pretty good, but still very disappointing because the Bucks clearly are a number one team. Let's look at them. The Eastern Conference number two. I mean, it's not that the Eastern Conference is kind of close with the top four. Celtics brought it all the way back. They've been like 20-4 or something. I think so. Yeah, 20-4 yesterday. I saw 20-4 in the second half of the season. I think it was after the Christmas break. It was either after the Christmas break or something. But second half of the season, they have been outstanding, upstanding. But yeah, the Celtics on a roll. 76ers been good the whole time. Like I said, the Bucks. Obviously, the Bucks are the champs. They did have a somewhat of a slow start in the beginning of the season, but they somewhat they've been good, I guess, the whole time in a way. Well, they are good the whole time. As you can see them at the number two spot. But yeah, that game against the Chicago Bulls. It just didn't seem like. I mean, if you did get to watch, it just didn't seem like they had anything for them. They pretty much had the lead the whole time. I don't even remember if there was a time where I was close to just calling it an end to that game and go straight to the Clippers game. But I was like, man, let's see. It's the new NBA. They got with the amount of threes people take. I'm like, give them a chance, and they just couldn't. Nothing was going down for Levine. Nothing was going down for DeRozan. I mean, they put up good points. If anything, really, it was more of the bench compared to the actual starters. As you could see, Vucevic had 22, Levine had 21, and DeRozan had 21. Those are pretty good numbers. I mean, for almost any other team, your three of the top guys, if they average that, you kind of expect a win, right? But it is against the Bucks. Javante Green, I don't know. He kept passing off the ball for some reason, which I was kind of confused with. You're in the generation of threes. When you get a wide open shot, there was a couple times where he had a wide open shot, he passed it off. One of them it was pretty good, I guess, because Vucevic ended up getting in. He drained the threes. Alex Caruso, he hasn't played that much ever since that. Is it Grayson Allen? Ever since that Grayson Allen situation, I forgot if that was in Chicago or if that was in Milwaukee, but that situation happened earlier in the season, or was it mid-season? It was one of the two, but that situation happened. Patrick Williams came back, so that looked pretty decent for them. The good addition of Tristan Thompson, so you expect this team to pick. It's a lot of really good players. They also got the rookie Adasumu, if I'm pronouncing his name correct, correct. But Tristan Thompson, I don't know so much about Troy Brown, to be honest. There's enough. They have Patrick Williams, they have Odasumu, well, pretty much second year and a first year player, and they also have another one who's a rookie. I'm not sure if that's Troy Brown or somebody else. Either he's injured or not. I haven't looked up injuries in a bit. Probably gonna end up needing to do that. But yeah, Chicago was pretty disappointing yesterday. They've been disappointing against top teams. I think I said that last time, but they have been very disappointing against top teams. Today we got some pretty decent games. Knicks aren't as good as they were last year. Not really. I can't say the exact reason. But you expect them to be good. Oh, well, Julius Randle hasn't been that great, but R.J. Barrett's been really good though. So you'd expect them to be good if our Julius Randle could. Maybe they can make plans. I don't see him. Well, If you win the play-ins, obviously you get into the playoffs. But I have a hard time believing that. Other situations, Mikal Bridges actually looks pretty good for Pistons. If I'm not saying his name wrong. The former Sacktown Sacramento Kings first round draft pick actually. The Kings have been decent. They've been here and there, but there we get that matchup where they made the trade. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be watching that. I mean, we got the. This is a really good game. If anything, I'm probably gonna watch this. Or actually, there's a lot of good matchups, really good matchups. You got the Warriors, Heat. You got Jazz, Celtics. You got Nets, Grizzlies. You know, KD, Curry's out. So actually, this matchup, I don't know how good of a matchup it is, but they still got Jordan Poole. They still got other players. Obviously, the Heat, number one in the East. You know, the Warriors could, if Draymond doesn't get injured, if Curry stays healthy, Klay Thompson comes back, and I think Klay Thompson had a setback with the injury because it doesn't seem like he's playing as much minutes he did when he first came back. I didn't really look into that either. So, if all that was in place, this could easily be 1 versus 1 right now or today. But the Suns have just been so good. Even with CP3 out, he's been out for a good minute. I think it was after or before the All-Star break, that was. Then the end of the day, you got 76ers Lakers primetime game, so probably gonna end up taking that one over the other ones. I might catch a little bit of Luka the Dawn before I watch out, but hey. And probably not really a pointless game, but this game right here is good if you want to see development, as in players just pretty much, you know, getting used. I mean, a lot of these players are already used to it. You know, R.J. Hampton. There's Wiggins for the Thunder. There's who's the other player? He's got really good hands. Some of the best handles I've seen in a long time. Yeah, right here, Trey Man, he's really good. Then you got his boy Josh Giddey. Waters is not that bad. I mean, to be honest, this whole team is it's just a bunch of talented players that just need to get used to playing with each other. I'm not gonna be surprised if a lot of these guys actually end up moving on, like Mike Musiala. I'm not sure. Theo Maledon they could keep because he's really young. If anything, I feel like they're gonna get rid of some of the older players, like as in Dort. But Dort's such a good player. Why would you get it? Then Baisley, he's really good too. So it's like you're in a weird situation. You either get rid of some of these older guys or you keep them around. And even Williams, Kenrich Williams is a pretty good player. Isaiah Roby, he's actually older because he decided to stay like 5 years or so in college. So it's just all around. With the Magic, you got Cole Anthony, you got R.J. Hampton. I already said you got Franz Wagner, Z Wagner. Then you got I think I got the majority of the Magic players. Let's see who else they got. Well, Gary Harris is somewhat have been at this point, but not really. He's been okay ever since he got off that injury. And the other first-round pick, Jalen Suggs, but he's been dealing with a lot with the injury. Mo Bamba's picked up his game. He's got that three-point looking nice. Terrence Ross, I don't see how he stays another year. Maybe Robin to be honest, I didn't even realize if Robin Lopez was on the team. Then again, the other brother, Brooke, just came back for the Bucks, but Wendell Carter Jr. has somewhat been a decent addition to this team, but then again, he might end up leaving too with all these players needing time, with Okiki being pretty decent too. Let's see if somebody I'm missing. I mean, France, you got Anthony Ayers. Then you got, Fultz actually just came back not too long ago too, and he was looking pretty decent. Looks like he's over that shot issue he had for a little bit. But the NBA scoring title is between three players: LeBron, Joel, and Giannis Antetokounmpo. I don't know. Somehow, Trey could just keep balling out because he had a pretty good game yesterday. Maybe he could keep balling out and eventually get himself in that title race. But I feel like LeBron, if he doesn't get another injury or nothing, LeBron's probably going to take it since Joel and James Harden are both sharing a little bit more. And just they got so much scores on that 76ers teams. And I'm pretty much gonna be ending it off today. Probably gonna do another one tomorrow or something, since I barely got to say as much as I wanted to today. Last time I did talk about the Celtics and how good they were on defense and all. Also, Phoenix is pretty much the only team that's clinched a playoff spot, but we're not too far from Miami and the rest of the gang to all clinch those spots. But I will most definitely I could probably end up being back for another one this week. If not, most definitely look out for the UFC show, which is going to be. I'm sure there's a UFC event this Saturday, because remember last time I looked, there was UFC's been, is going to have a whole bunch of shows in a row, and then they have the card number. Actually, that might be this week. I'm not sure though. I haven't looked in. Well, actually, I looked like 2 days ago, but still. But yeah, if I don't do the NBA show, I'm probably going to be doing that UFC show. And that's going to be it for today. Thanks for listening and Sabotage. Also, check me out on Podbean, on Insta, on Twitter, on everything. I'm even going to be uploading this to TikTok, so, get even more views. Hopefully, eventually, I did say this, but Spotify in the future. Sabotage.